A capacitor is an electronic component that stores electrical energy in an electric field. It is made up of two conductive plates separated by a non-conductive material called a dielectric. When a voltage is applied to the plates, an electric field is created within the dielectric, causing it to store energy. Capacitors come in many different forms and sizes, and they are used in a wide variety of electronic circuits. They can be used to store energy, filter signals, and stabilize voltage. One of the most common uses of capacitors is in power supplies. When an AC voltage is converted to DC, the resulting DC voltage may not be perfectly stable. Capacitors can be used to smooth out any fluctuations in the DC voltage, ensuring that the power supply delivers a consistent voltage to the rest of the circuit. Another important use of capacitors is in coupling and decoupling. In electronic circuits, it is often necessary to transfer energy from one circuit to another without allowing the two circuits to interact. Capacitors can be used in these situations to block the DC component of a signal while allowing the AC component to pass through. This is called coupling. And decoupling capacitors used near the power supply pins of the IC to reduce noise. Capacitors are also used in many different types of filters. For example, they can be used in low-pass filters, which allow low-frequency signals to pass through while blocking high-frequency signals. They can also be used in high-pass filters, which have the opposite effect. Capacitors can also be used in band-pass filters, which allow a specific range of frequencies to pass through while blocking all others. Capacitors are also used in timing circuits. The amount of time it takes for a capacitor to charge or discharge can be precisely controlled by varying the resistance in the circuit. This makes capacitors useful for timing applications such as timing circuits for flash photography, or even in microcontrollers for various timing purposes. Capacitors can also be found in radio frequency, RF, applications like tuning circuits in radio and televisions as well as in mobile phones, GPS and other communication devices. Capacitors are also used in energy storage applications, such as in hybrid electric vehicles and solar power systems. The energy stored in a capacitor can be quickly released in a high current application, making them useful for applications that require a sudden burst of energy. In conclusion, capacitors are an essential component in a wide variety of electronic circuits. They can be used to store energy, filter signals, stabilize voltage, and much more. Whether you're working on a simple circuit or a complex system, it's likely that capacitors will play an important role in your design.